Thank you for listening to the Dreamwalker's Diary. This is episode 2, People Watching. Okay, Seura, get it together. Okay, this is Dream Log 2. Last night's dream was kind of horrible. The dreamer was a teenage girl, I think. The face wasn't really discernible, but for some reason I can always tell how old the dreamers are. So, I guess I'm just gonna tell it from the beginning. I don't know how I knew, but I knew that we were in New Hampshire. Really random place, I know. As far as I know, I can only enter the dreams of people in the same geographic area as me because, I've never been in a dream in a different language or something. So, yeah, it was New Hampshire. Maybe the girl has family there? Anyway, it seemed like it was dusk or something, and we were outside. I could tell it was supposed to be cold, but obviously I didn't feel it because my physical body was in my room. So, I did what I always do, and I gave myself wings. For the aesthetic, mostly. I figure if you can look like whatever you want in dreams, why not look cool as heck? Well, I guess you can't look like whatever you want. I can't change my clothes, it's just whatever I was wearing to bed. And I know the whites of my eyes turn black when I'm dream walking. Can't control that. It's a good thing the dreamers can't see me. That might freak them out a little bit. I remember one time I was in an old lady's dream, and it was really peaceful and nice. And then out of nowhere just appeared this dude with huge leathery wings and black eyes, and I was freaked. Turned out it was just Rafi. That's the only time we've ever met each other in a dream. We tried to do it again for days after that, but I guess it was just a crazy coincidence. I think that week was probably the most sleep I've ever gotten. We slept during study halls, before and after school, even in passing periods. I wish we had figured it out. Then maybe now. That got off track. So, in the girl's dream last night, from what I could tell, there wasn't really much of a premise. I think she was probably dreaming about her family. She felt really safe and at home. Not gonna lie, a lot of people's dreams are super confusing because they're only meant for the person dreaming them. Dreams aren't really made to accommodate guests. As dreamers grow older, their dreams grow to include references from their real lives, and the dreamers understand everything perfectly, but obviously I don't. It's kind of like hanging out with two people who've known each other for their whole lives, and you just met both of them yesterday. There's a whole lifetime of history that you aren't privy to, so it can be really hard to really understand even the most basic interactions. At the beginning, this girl's dream was like that, so I decided to fly around a bit, test her dreamscape. It's pretty cool to see how far some people's imaginations can stretch, how much they develop the world they're in a dream. This girl, she had miles of land around the main setting developed. It was just rolling countryside. Is there countryside in New Hampshire? I guess she would know better than me. And I love dreamscapes like this, where you can tell the dreamer's subconscious is really working on every detail, bringing the landscape to life. The grass swayed, the birds chirped, clouds floated through the air. So I flew around a bit. God, I love flying. Wish I could do it in real life. And by the time I circled back to the dreamer, it was just wrong. For starters, it was really dark. I mean, it was dark to begin with, it was nighttime, but this was different. It felt like there was something there, something that was coming for me. And it was actually cold. I could really feel it. The girl, I think she could too. She was really panicking. All the side characters were gone, and it was just her. I could sense how alone she felt. It was fear and anger and sadness all mixed up in a blender and turned into dry, sucking sand. It crusted in my eyes and on my tongue. It made me feel like I could never get out. And the darkness, it swirled around us and it reached. It wound its way down my throat, around my arms, up my legs. I could feel it invading my cells, poisoning me from the inside out. And it pulled. I don't I don't know where it was going, but it wanted me to come with it. I had to get out. And I had to get the girl out too. It was doing the same thing to her, and she's not a dream walker. I don't know what would have happened if she'd stayed there for any longer, but the darkness, it was weighing me down. I can't control the dreams I'm in on a good day, and this, I couldn't. But then it just stopped. It stopped. I I have no idea why or how, but the shadows, the anger, sadness, fear, sand, the horrible, horrible darkness, it all just vanished. Even the girl, I guess she was about to wake up, and at my feet there was something gold in the grass, and I bent down to pick it up, and it was Rafi's necklace. The one he wears all the time with the third eye coin. Verma gave it to him. It's the one I started wearing after he um I know he wore it to sleep. Could he have Was he in this dreamscape? How much did I miss him by? A night? And did that darkness get him? The Dreamwalker's Diary was created and written by A. Blair. In this episode, you heard the voice of A. Blair as Seura. Many thanks to Emma Blair and Mary DiNapoli for their feedback and support. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider leaving a positive review or rating and supporting us on Patreon. Thank you for listening, and keep dreaming.